I love the thought that Reagan sent an evil spirit after these con artists without knowing it.
And Mom was like, oh, you didn't see it?
Dude, he's like such a, like, look, he's amazing. Like,
I was like, how did all this stuff happen? Because I didn't believe there was actually an evil spirit. But then that means that whole story that Reagan told about the woman saying that the spirit was on him now was real.
Well, Reagan, like, just outsmarted these fools, you know?
It takes one to know one.
Yeah, but you can't, like, compare them. Like, Reagan's a league.
Also, did that lady know his name? Because I was not... I think she, like, said, hey, Mob. When she, like, saw him on the street.
Yeah? I thought it was just young boy.
Oh, it might have been young boy. For some reason in my head, it was she had, like, called out to him. And that's why he went, but...
Let's see.
Okay, so Mob's walking. What does she say? Little boy. Okay. I don't know why in my headcanon she had said his name and that's why he went in there. Oh my god. He's like a kid that would get like led away from their parent at the grocery store.
Mob?
With candy or something.
I love him so much and he's precious.
He'd get lost at the zoo or something and wind up like in an enclosure with animals.
Yeah. I feel that. I think that Goda continues to be like the best character ever. I have so many best characters. I love the show.
I think he really is the picture of like, I think a lot of the body improvement people are the same way, but like he's obviously the main spokesperson for the club and the character that we hear talking the most. And he's a really good guy.
Yeah.
He's had really great lines about Mob and how much heart Mob has and like don't you dare hurt him kind of energy. And he went there to Teru's school to like Black Vinegar Middle to protect Mob and to save him. And then he's trying to make Onigawara a better person.
Right?
And also be like, man up, stand up for yourself, go back to class. Like he's letting him hang out in their club room.
I was like, throughout the episode, I was like, that's going to be it. That's going to be like the introduction for amped up Ritsu, bad Ritsu, to be introduced to Mob, like an interaction with the Body Improvement Club.
Yeah. And
like, that's going to be the thing, but it wasn't. The shot that I pulled up right now, it reminds me of, I'm sure this came before Jujutsu Kaisen, but like, it reminds me of when Todo was like beating up a kid by like a river and lake, and then his like mentor is like, what kind of girl's your type, like pulls up.
Oh yeah,
it reminded me of that so much for some reason. But what do you think of the Ritsu design with like the dimple smiles?
At first I was upset about it when the dimples first came onto his cheek at the very beginning of the episode. And then, as his hair started to get more spiky, I kind of was digging it. I was like, okay, that's pretty... He looks cool. He doesn't look lame.
He looks cool, but, like, I'm upset still.
Yeah.
I don't... It's interesting because, like, throughout, like, Mob teaching Teru or saying not to use his powers on other people, it really makes me feel like Ritsu's doing something wrong. Like, obviously, without that, I would still feel that because these are, like these people don't have anything to fight with compared to somebody who's a psychic. But, like, it just reinforces that, I guess. And I don't know. I hope that an interaction goes well.
Mm-hmm. I want to say one thing about the methods that Kuramo used against what he would say the trash of the school and cleaning up the school. I thought it was really interesting that for all of them he chose methods that would make the person seem perverted.
Yeah.
But why that would be so a black stain on them where people would want to avoid them is because he chose things that made people feel like this person would violate them.
Yeah.
And it's not like this kid beats up other kids after school. It's like, it's a much like creepier and like not safe feeling like internally, like this person's not just gonna like punch me, but like they're gonna like internally violate me.
Yeah.
And I was like starting to think, I was like, well, why does this kid have so much trash in his room? Like, is he actually just like really perverted?
Well, it's interesting that he's calling everyone trash and then his room is full of trash.
Yeah.
Like, it's...
And he purposefully chose to make everyone seem perverted.
Like, he could be totally projecting.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought it was... I mean, it's very effective to choose that to make everyone turn on someone.
But it's like...
Instead of just like, they're a bad person or they cheated on a test, you know. But to make everyone feel like, it's way
worse. Like, not even like just like, oh, it's more effective. Like, it's really fucked up. Like it's
it's really a stain that wouldn't leave the person.
Yeah.
You know, like making it so like a whole school feels like they can't trust someone.
It will follow you around for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
I like the thought that when Ritsu shows up in
his room.
In his room, he still has the courtesy to take his shoes off and hold on to them.
I know. Oh, I didn't even notice that. That's so good. I just, like, love that he came in through the window like Peter Pan or something.
There were two shots that I really liked in this episode. One was that we had, like, a very specific shot of, like, a pencil holder in Ritsu's room.
Oh, the spoon.
A pencil holder with a spoon in it randomly.
Because he practices every night before bed.
But we had that, and then later in the episode, it just came back again, but the spoon was, like, bent, and I thought that was really cool.
Which I like because I feel like Dimple was the one that bent all the spoons on the desk in order to convince Ritsu to get this kind of the momentum there in terms of a partnership or push Ritsu to start, you know, down the path that he went during this episode. And so, but that spoon, I feel like was definitely Ritsu.
The one in his room?
In his pencil holder, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. The other shot that I really liked, I don't know if this is it or not.
Oh, yeah, this is it. You pointed it out.
I think this is it, right? Yeah. I don't know what you'd call it. If it was like a live action, it'd be like the camera work.
Yeah.
But like the idea of him, it's very creative. Like you see, like he shows up in the reflection of the bottle, and then you can see his shadow coming down, and you just see the hands reaching for each other. That must have been a bitch to
I wouldn't
animate.
have thought to do that.
Yeah, it's like so unnecessary, but it's so cool. I love it. And then last but not least, we had
the map of powers.
Map. Yeah.
Okay. So, white tea poison's attack power is question mark.
White tea poison is the best name. like you could not have thought up a better name.
Okay. So let's just start with Onigawara. He was 1500
leadership.
Leadership, not even attack power.
Mm-mm.
Do they not? Oh, so the P at the end is power. So that means Teru
had an attack power of 2800, right? Only psychics get attack power, I think.
Who's Hanazawa?
Isn't that Teru?
Is that his last name?
Maybe not.
Where's his first
I'm
name?
a fake Teru fan.
Teruki is like his full name.
He
introduces himself to Ritsu. Let's go back. I only wrote down Teru for him, so.
Teru's head.
Esper sounds like a Pokemon. Isn't it a Pokemon? It is, isn't it?
Where does he introduce himself?
Oh, during the handshake, maybe? Oh, okay. So that is him. So only psychics get attack powers. Well, now we need to just double check that there's no other attack powers on the map.
Yeah. There is no other attack powers on the map. But I like the idea of like leadership power.
Yeah.
And how much control you have.
I like that too. Extremist faction. Ooh, okay, so extremist, moderates. We got another extremist. We got a moderate. We got a diehards.
This is so cool.
What do these mean? What does it mean to be an extremist? Does it mean you'd go to extreme measures to beat someone?
Yeah. Or
and then like diehards are like you'd literally kill someone?
Like I think like how many people, like how your infatuation level is to your leader.
Oh.
You know, like
Because
how
it's underneath
devoted.
leadership?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it makes sense that Onigawara would be moderate then, because a lot of the friends ended up not talking to him anymore.
Yeah. But it's interesting. Like, the thing that I keep coming back to within this show is like, I want to know more about the world and how many psychics there are and like how psychics operate within this universe, you know?
Mm-hmm. I guess we'll find out soon if the hooded guy ever comes into the picture again.
So what's up with the make it back from the particle level by myself?
So that means Teru couldn't completely exercise him? Is that what I'm... Or that
Maybe?
Dimple is so strong that he is able to rebuild?
Can anything regenerate from the particle level again, or is it something like Teru didn't do the...
I'm not sure, because I've seen it in certain fantastical and or supernatural universes that have been built in either literary or in like anime, where something doesn't just go away completely. Mm-hmm. It's weakened extremely. And if it's left alone to fester, then it could grow again.
Yeah.
And then there's other situations where it's like it literally sends it back to the world it came from. Or there's situations where it completely annihilates it and it never can come back. So I'm guessing it's either that exercising is just to weaken it extremely, and or Teru was not strong enough to completely exercise Dimple.
Yeah. I'm glad that he's back-ish. I don't know.
I mean, I was glad, and then I wasn't, because he was trying to lead Ritsu down a bad path. But then I'm kind of glad again, because I'm like, ooh, Ritsu with this like dimple power. Okay, this is kind of cool. But also, no, don't be a bad guy. So it's a very torn situation for me.
Can other people see
the dimples?
The dimples, or is it for us?
I was wondering that. I think it might be for us.
It'd be kind of funny if it wasn't just for us. But I'm excited to see the interaction next episode. It was a great cliffhanger.
Why, Ritsu? How red your cheeks have gotten. Yeah?
Yeah. You good? Mm-hmm. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we hope to see you next time. Well, Reagan, just outsmarted these fools, you know? Well, Reagan, just outsmarted these fools, you know? Well, Reagan, just outsmarted these fools.
Well, Reagan, just outsmarted these fools.